Hello, my name is Matthias Cavodi. I'd like to welcome you guys to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the Fantastic Four tie-ins into the House of M crossover, which is 3 issues long. It's a pretty good story. I found it to be pretty entertaining. It does add to the overall crossover because it really builds up the Magneto character and Victor Von Doom, both because Magneto basically is the ruler of the world where the mutants have taken over. Humans are second-class citizens, and Victor Von Doom is obviously the ruler of Latveria, and something that just really rubs Doom the wrong way is that Magneto tells him, it's like, even though you're just a human, you're indispensable because of your knowledge of science and in the mystic arts and stuff like that. And this story just really illustrates really fantastically. I was going to be super redundant there. Fantastically, the how on one hand you have two very racist people having to deal with each other, and on the other side, how Von Doom's ego gets the best of him and just leads to his obvious downfall. So we're gonna get into the story itself. As I said before, it's pretty good. Before I spoil it, it's worth a read. The whole House of M crossover is one of my favorite crossover. It's my second favorite crossover ever. Age of Apocalypse first, House of M is an easy second. We have Victor Von Doom's team with Invincible Woman, Valeria Von Doom is his wife, the original recipe Thing, and Kristoff, who seems to be possessed by the spirit of vengeance, I guess, rounds out the quartet. So, beginning of the story, Von Doom and his team go to Mole Man's domain, and during the battle with Mole Man's forces, Mole Man and Doom sort of have an exchange of ideas before Doom ultimately kills poor Mole Man. Where Mole Man tells us, like, "Hey, aren't you tired of being Magneto's errand boy? You do all his dirty work. Does he? Aren't you tired that he treats you just as a human and something?" As a second-class citizen in this world, so on and so forth. And Doom's ego is like, no, he respects me. We're both kings or rulers on the same level, so on and so forth. But this really does rub him the wrong way. Doom's Fantastic Four go back to Latveria, and what we discover is that Magneto didn't want Doom to kill Mole Man. He wanted to negotiate a peace treaty with him so that both people can get along, because Magneto in the House of M crossover, he's a benevolent despot. Like, most of the time he's pretty good, but he's super heavy-handed with people that are not loyal or rebels and stuff like that. But most of the time he tries to do a good job, even though he's like openly racist and stuff like that. So also Victor also has to deal with his mother, which also pushes him like, hey, how do you feel playing second fiddle to Magneto and this whole situation with the House of M and stuff like that? What we discover in this story is that the original Fantastic Four, they all died after their first flight into space, being bombarded by cosmic rays. The only one to survive that accident is the Thing, who is tremendously deformed. He can barely talk, and Doom actually keeps him as a pet, and he treats him terribly. It's heartbreaking the way Doom treats poor Thing. So Quicksilver calls Doom for an audience with Magneto. They have to talk about a couple of issues. Like, and Doom tells him, like, no, I don't have time for you. Like, I'll go talk to him in another moment. Quicksilver is all the way in Genosha, and he goes running across all of Africa, crosses Europe to get to Latveria. Immediately says, hey, I'm not asking you. You have to go talk to Magneto. This really pisses Doom off. So what Magneto asks of Doom is that he needs to find like a pocket dimension to create a prison, so all his political enemies, he can send them there. Like, Doom's like, why don't you just kill him? He said, no, you have to take them to another place so they can reform. Maybe there's hope for them or stuff like that. And so the two difference of positions, it's very well written between both of these characters. And obviously, Magneto is always sort of talking down to Doom. That this really, really pisses him off. And what we discover is like Thing only works with Doom because Doom promises him that he's going to cure him of his thingness, of curing him of his hideous looks and his whole situation. So what Doom does is he finds another dimension where the laws of magic are stronger than the normal laws of physics. And what happens is he sets a trap for Magneto, tricks him into going to this dimension, and there with his Fantastic Four, he totally destroys Magneto and Quicksilver, leaves them for dead in this pocket dimension where, as I said before, magic is more powerful than the laws of physics. So Doom is totally tripping. He comes back from the dimension. Now he's getting ready his plans to take over the world. And like all the people, all of his subjects is like, where's Magneto? Every time they just mention his name, he just straight up kills him. And that's one thing. Like Doom has control over black magic, and his body's like a form of liquid metal. So like his own powers are sort of a liability to him. But what happens is like Thing is, okay, Magneto's gone. Please, can you cure me? And Doom is like, no way. Why would I cure you? You're just fine. You're my stupid pet. I can still use you. I'm not going to cure you. So this is ultimately what leads to Doom's downfall, because what happens is Thing betrays his master, seeks out Lorena Dane, Magneto's daughter, who was actually in Latveria, but she decided not to go to the other dimension. They free Magneto. Magneto just... First, there's a tremendous battle between Magneto's forces and Doctor Doom's Fantastic Four, and they're just totally destroyed. And Magneto just humiliates Doctor Doom, takes advantage of his liquid metal, just splurges him all over the place. And Magneto tells him, it's like, look, I need you. I need you in control of Latveria, but you're going to be my slave now. You're going to be totally under my control. His team has been killed off. We have Thing. He went AWOL. He went missing. He actually takes refuge into the sewers. And so Doom is like totally broken at the end of the story. And it's a pretty good read. It's very well written. Hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time. Bye.